extreme cold is no longer the case. It is extreme heat from head to toe. There is also the issue of a pinch pain around his chest and his back. There is also the issue of cartilaginous waning around his neck, so much so that he has to be using neck band. It is obvious also that he has open angle glaucoma and progressive macular atrophy and severe chest pain. There is also an issue of involuntary movement of his hands. He is also getting a severe migraine. His system has been discovered to lack immunity, so much so that he has been advised to be using mask for protection. There is the issue of obstructed blood flow as a result of myocardial ischemia and left ventricular hypertrophy, and severe cervical spondylitis causing nerve root compression. Gentlemen, we have to reiterate, as a result of these medical conditions through which our Sheikh, our leader, Sheikh Ibrahim Yaqub al-Zakzaki, is going through, we have been calling for him to be released to go for proper medication, particularly any place of his choice. But should anything happen to Sheikh Ibrahim Yaqub al-Zakzaki, Buhari and his accomplices would be held responsible. Mongono, the NSA and his crew, Abubakar Malami, the former Attorney General, Abba Kyari, Chief of Staff, Nasuri El-Rufai, the Executive Governor of Kaduna State, all are part and parcel of those who state managed the massacre. Should anything happen to our leader, they will be held responsible. I thank you all for attending this press conference. A well-known fact, Sheikh Zakzaki has 9 children, 2 daughters and 7 sons. 6 of whom have been massacred by Nigerian army. 3 were massacred in July, 25th July 2014, and then equally the remaining 3 out of the 6 we are talking about were also massacred during the 2015 massacre in Zaria. And these were killed before him, were dragged, their bloody corpses were dragged on top of his own body. Aside this, a septuagenarian sister of Sheikh Ibrahim Zakzaki was also put in a room, locked from outside and set ablaze. And that was how she left the world seeking for help. But nobody was there to give it to her. And more than 1,000 of his followers, you know, and the public is aware, we are massacred also. properties worth billions of naira were destroyed. I think this may be enough for a question, the first question. Then the second question, with respect to medical report. You see, in April 2019, late April 2019, a delegation of medical doctors and consultants, among them from Islamic Human Rights Commission, headquartered in London, visited with Sheikh Ibrahim Yaqub al-Zakzaki. And medical investigations were carried out, as a result of which the report I quoted when I was reading the text of the only surviving son of the Sheikh was revealed. And then the last question.
Publicly or to the family?
Yeah, I think it has been even submitted to relevant authorities. It has been submitted to relevant authorities. I think National Assembly, DSS, the Kaduna High Court.
Federal Executive Council.
Federal
Executive Council.
Federal Executive Council. And then the third question is about what?
That's all.
That is all? Okay.
Better medical facility.
Okay.
You want it in, is it in Nigeria you're referring to, or outside the country?
Yeah, I think it is obvious that the doctors here do not have the facilities to carry out. They do not have the properly equipped facility to carry out the to handle the severe conditions that the Sheikh and his wife are going through. So it is better for the Sheikh to be flown abroad, where there would be properly equipped facility to handle the case.
Doctors recommended.
And doctors also recommended this.
My name is Kenny Folani. I write for Leading Reporters. Now, during the course of your speech, you mentioned that should anything happen, you mentioned some names, the president, El-Rufai and the likes, that they will be held thereafter.
You see, it is a very clear statement, unless if you decide to get it ambiguous. The public, I think we always inform the public of what is happening with our with the Sheikh. Then the public also have the right to inquire and to know who are responsible for what the Sheikh is going through. And then we are now telling members of the public that should anything happen to Sheikh Ibrahim Yaqub al-Zakzaki, these are the people to be held responsible. I don't think, you need not ask me, if someone kills my own father, and then do you think I start going out trying to chase the public? No, the person that kills my father should be held responsible for that. And it is equally what we are saying. Should anything happen to Sheikh Ibrahim Yaqub al-Zakzaki, Buhari and his accomplices are to be held responsible for the matter.
My name is Ola. Who are you to include? What capacity have you got?
That's done.
Okay. If I have got you maybe right, I am a follower, a devout follower of Sheikh Ibrahim Yaqub al-Zakzaki, and his son, the only surviving son, indeed, went to visit with him yesterday. And he wrote this down, and we have to give it to the public for their own consumption. So it is in the spirit of letting the public know what is happening that I am reading the text of this only surviving son. Are you okay?
Why is he not here?
Security.
Do I have to state why he is not here?
Security issue.
Okay.
Security issue. He's the only survivor.
Let us say security reasons. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon all. My name is Mukhtar Abdurrahman Awad. Here I have with me the text of the only surviving son of Sheikh Ibrahim Yaqub al-Zakzaki, who went to visit with him yesterday and saw the status of his health. It is titled, Assassination of My Father, Sheikh Ibrahim Zakzaki is Almost Done. And part of the last paragraph is being quoted, an assassination in progress and it is almost done and the assassins are clearly determined to see it through. This Saturday, the 6th of July 2019, I met with my father and my mother. As has already been stated to the public before, my father was found to have unusually excessive and life-threatening concentrations of lead and cadmium in his blood. As a result of this, various experts we have consulted recommended immediate hospitalization in a properly equipped facility and other medical procedures in order to try to save his life. This was over a month ago, yet nothing has been done to date. My mother, on the other hand, whose numerous medical issues were well known since before, has similarly received none of the care that was recommended. The frequent attack of chronic pain which she had been suffering on average on a monthly basis has now turned into a daily routine. And to date, none of the underlying medical issues causing these attacks has been addressed. When we met, aside from what could be visibly seen of the deteriorating condition, such as my father's teeth, which in the space of a month has turned from dark brown to virtually jet black, my father also informed me of how his condition has been worsening since the last time we met. Most disturbing of these issues is the fact that he is beginning to show signs that are very similar to what happened before he had a stroke in January 2018. Whereas in the past he had only been suffering intermittent attacks of chronic pain, it has now become virtually a daily occurrence. Although I do not wish to give in to despair, at this current point I feel that there is little left that I can do to try to save them, as every single attempt we have currently made has either been deliberately frustrated or simply ignored. Years ago, I stated that it appears that there is a deliberate attempt to assassinate my parents through deliberate negligence towards their health. Back then, I did not know the extent of it, and I am telling you now. The fact that they have managed to survive this long is a miracle. Based on all that I have heard from medical experts over the past week, it is with a heavy heart that I decide to say this. But the time frame during which anything can be done to save their health has virtually run out. There is also at this time nothing that I can cling what little hope I have left on. This has always been an this has always been an assassination in progress, and it is almost done, and the assassins are clearly determined to see it through. This is the end of the one and only surviving son of Sheikh Ibrahim Yaqub al-Zakzaki.